So for those who didn't know, there was this app created called T, which was designed, as you can see here from the NBC profile, it was designed as a quote-unquote women's space. So what it was designed for is essentially a network where women can communicate with other women about red flags that they experience while dating online to help other women avoid the same pitfalls or dangerous situations. If a guy is an asshole, if he got drunk, if he overstepped his boundaries, all things that happen all the fucking time, it is basically just an app for women to help each other out. So men hated it. Matt Walsh had some shitty words for it, saying like, well, actually, if you think a app like this is necessary, then you, as a woman, are the problem. Of course, not the men. It can't be the men who are the problem, as the men very much showed when they hacked it and then leaked and created a dossier, a list of the people who were on the app. Now, there are a couple different aspects of this. The first and foremost being that apparently the app security itself was not very good. And to get uploaded to the app, you had to log your driver's license. So the app did a terrible fucking job of keeping their users safe, which is a massive problem that a lot of people are dealing with right now. From NBC News, hackers have breached the T app, which recently went viral as a place for women to safely talk about men, and tens of thousands of women's selfies and photo IDs have now seemingly been leaked online. A spokesperson confirmed the hack Friday afternoon, estimating 72,000 images, including 13,000 verification photos and images of government IDs, were accessed. This app has angered some men and prompted a thread Thursday on the right-wing troll message board 4chan, in which users called for a hack and leak campaign. The company became aware of the incident, which was first reported by 404 Media early Friday. A user posted a link Friday morning allegedly allowing people to download the database of stolen images, and troves of victims' identification photos have been posted to 4chan and X. Some men online have expressed in online posts they fear being misrepresented or doxxed on the platform. Others, including some users of the app, have also raised concerns that the app could lead to harmful cyberbullying unrelated to actual safety concerns. So everybody concerned trolling about, well, what if somebody's harassed or cyberbullied over this? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Like, okay, people are actually being doxxed, harassed, cyberbullied, swatted, all this shit over this app. And they're the women that the app was trying to fucking protect. Yeah, here's Tim Pool with another hot angle on it. Introducing our new app, Horror Finder. Dudes can rate women they date based on whether they are snooty bitches or down to fuck. So, you may notice a trend here that all of these bitchless wonders, when they hear about an app designed to help women communicate, feel safe, and avoid being assaulted, being harassed, being stalked, being in just a dangerous or uncomfortable situation, that when those women are then basically bludgeoned for trying to gain some semblance of protection, that their first thought is not the actual protection or safety of women, but to point and laugh and to try and make jokes that, oh, look at how fucking dumb. Like, obviously, Tim Pool is basically saying, obviously, anybody who needs to know about, like, if, like, they're obviously whores. Like, they're obviously stuck-up prissy bitches. Like, duh. Like, why would anybody be mad about that? So first, I want to actually talk about, this is a report from the British newspaper, The Times. I downloaded T, the man-shaming app. Here's what I learned. 1 million women in the U.S. are slamming past dates for ghosting or lying. This cannot end well. From Poppy Sowerby, an app that allows women to anonymously review the men they date, became the most popular download on Thursday. Now, already, like, this is a moment where you should look at what is being said, what is happening, what people are talking about, and be like, okay, maybe there's something here. Maybe there's a reason behind this. You know, maybe there's a reason that this kind of thing is happening. T takes the idea of a whole new level, using reverse image search to find other online photos of the men, exposing potentially slanderous details about them, fake names, double lives, you name it. If they have fake names and double lives, that's not slanderous. That's just true. Men on X are complaining they're being doxxed, a form of cyberbullying where private information is posted without the person's consent. That's not what doxing is. That's whatever fucking 50-year-old TERF wrote this for the Times does not understand what doxing is. Doxing is not just letting people know information. It is specifically your address and contact info. One man laments that it's a, quote, place where hurt women can tell a one-sided story about men and damage their name without any context or proof. Another worries about a future destroyed by surveillance by our peers. Oh, boy. There was something, I was thinking about this the other day. There was something that Idris Elba said a couple years ago during Me Too, where somebody asked him, like, oh, what do you think about this? And he just gave this incredibly concise answer of like, well, I think if something to the effect of like, I think the only people who are worried about having their reputation ruined are people who've done something that would ruin their reputation, basically. And I think that's fucking true. Because guess what? If somebody says some insane shit about you and it's not true, people who know you should be able to be like, yeah, that's not true. Like, yeah, they've never given me those vibes. You don't have to get inside the T app to feel its toxicity. Screenshots from the app on Reddit reveal some shocking claims from female users. Quote, avoid this man, says one. His name is blank. He has mouth herpes and STDs. He lies to get what he wants, then will ghost you after. Again, that's not toxicity. If there is somebody who is lying, spreading herpes and STDs, that is just lying to people to hook up with them, this is the perfect use case. This is the perfect example of why something like this is needed. Because there are so many men who are so used to just being a piece of shit. And when women push back, it's called toxicity. That is life-ruining shit. And they're being like, yeah, people who call this out, I can't believe people would say something so slanderous about this. Another man is described as, quote, abusive, pathological liar, manic and victim mentality, loves drama. Another user calls a guy meth addict, will emotionally and physically abuse women, secret life with gay older men. In other examples, women post pictures of their partners while they are sleeping to find out if other women recognize him. Users are able to set alerts for a particular man's name. Do you think that maybe people are mad about these things for a reason? Do you think that maybe these people have more experience than you do, writer of this article for the Times? Do you think that if a woman is laying in bed next to their partner at night, wondering how many other people is he fucking, do you think that there might be a interpersonal reason for that? Do you think it might not have so much to do with the women, but the actions of the men? Because, like, the way this is being depicted is that every single woman taking part in this, every single woman who has these questions are toxic. And, oh, they're just these entitled, blue-haired, screeching, uggo feminists. Okay, well, first off, if you follow the narrative that Ryan was putting out, that, like, oh, all of the users on this app are so fucking ugly and chalk, blah, blah, blah. If you follow that logic, then why would any man be worried? If they're all, like, super uggo and they're just, oh, they're so far out of your league and, like, nobody wants to date these, like, come on. If that's the case, why is anybody worried about it? Why is anybody worried? You shouldn't be. If you don't have anything that's going to ruin your reputation, you shouldn't worry about having your reputation ruined. Hitman Rula, they just want to go up to a woman and say, hey, your tits look nice, and take her home. Yeah. It's the entitlement that men feel. This reminds me of somebody was talking about, somebody was actually asking earlier about Synthetic Man. But this reminds me of his part where in the video I did where he was talking about women and using all of his dumb fucking Kiwi Farms 4chan speak to like code words and all that stupid shit. But then he was saying stuff like, yeah, I wouldn't even want to go on a date in real life because, like, you can't even do anything and you'll get the cops called on you and shit. And it's like, brother, you are a 30-year-old balding man living with your parents on a diet of chicken nuggies and alcohol. You gotta get the date first before you think about any other things. Like it is this self-entitlement that they imagine themselves to already be such a better dating prospect than they are, and it snowballs from there to them having hypotheticals on things that could go wrong with the date. It's like you're not at that level. Like that is a bridge to think about building when you get there. Okay? I learned how to play Catan with a friend really quick in a game store the other day. And it has me thinking about roads a lot. It has me thinking about how one builds roads and how you can build settlements and on borders and whatnots. And it's like, okay, yeah, you might want to build a port where you can trade 2 wood for a sheep. But you got a lot of road to build first, buddy. So, with that being said, some people have been reacting to this. And I'm going to watch 2 videos here. I'm going to be, again, I have not watched these. I'm going in blind for your entertainment, chat. I'm going to go on a limb and say this is going to be probably a good illustration of why apps like this are necessary, on why women feel uncomfortable talking about the issues they experience with men. I'm just going to say.
My mom always said, never go looking for trouble. That's exactly what the new T app is. If you ever ghosted a girl, had a situationship, or talked to any other female while single, you're a walking red flag and will be put on blast.
No. See, again, if you ever had a situationship, what the fuck is he saying? Situationship. Okay, first off, Myron Gaines. That's the fucking dumbass dipshit who's talking about it. Imagine if there was an app called Cold Beer. It's very funny that he's such a straight out of the loop loser that he thinks tea is a reference to like just because women like tea because tea is a girl because tea is a girl's drink and beer, cold beer, that's for men, that's for all men love. I don't know why I turned into like alcoholic Cookie Monster. Just give me I like cold beer and no tea, just cold beer. Very good. I drink cold beer and I hate women. So good. Imagine if there was an app called Cold Beer and men could go and drink cold beer. I'm sorry. Hey, we like to have fun here, right? We like to have fun. Hero Culture, thank you for $5. I wouldn't say male loneliness is completely self-inflicted, although we aren't blameless. I think all of it is the fault of the toxic side of feminism. Part of it is the fault of the toxic side of feminism. Hero Culture, I would assert to you, counterpoint, that the toxic side of feminism is not and has never been as prevalent of a force as the most toxic men make it out to be. Because you have things like 4chan, like Kiwi Farms, where if you have a woman, and this is straight from like the far right modern playbook, where if you have one example of one thing happening, maybe one, say one woman with blue hair that they find unattractive for whatever arbitrary reason, goes off on a rant on camera at some point about how men do this, and I hate men, and this, that, and the other, like a pitch perfect example of misandry, right? Then that suddenly becomes the narrative that, there are so many, like, look at all these blue-haired crazy feminists are everywhere. When the reality is that is one person out of millions and millions, and I'm willing to bet a lot of people wouldn't agree with them. regardless of what ideological side they're coming from. Yet, if you hold up these few examples as like, ooh, see, look at, all women are like this, then that's what people think is actually a prevalent force, regardless of if it's actually just a like really teeny tiny.
Now imagine if there was an app called A Cold Beer where men anonymously shared personal info and warnings about women. It wouldn't last 24 hours and every user on it would be deemed a sexual deviant and a pervert. This is yet another example how we live in a genocentric.
This is so great. Do y'all remember when Ben Shapiro made or the Daily Wire made Lady Ballers, and there was an interview that came out where Benny Boy was like, yeah, well, the reason we actually had to make it a comedy is because, well, we wanted to make it in real life, but we found out you can't do that. It reminds me of this, where it's like Myron is asserting that like you wouldn't be in 24 hours you wouldn't be able to do anything on this app. Oh, but if drink cold beer and the Cookie Monster. Like, you're just asserting an entirely fake reality and then drawing a non-existent conclusion because this didn't actually happen. But you need to posit that something like this, it would happen, it might happen, to legitimize your argument.
Societal order. I agree with him. I think that this is toxic female behavior. And
oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Beer where men anonymously shared personal info and warnings about women. It wouldn't last 24 hours and every user on it would be deemed a sexual deviant and a pervert. This is yet another example how we live in a genocentric society.
He did just say genocentric. My genocentric, huh? Genocentric. He wants to talk about toxic feminism, toxic women. This is actually toxic women. My dude, your living area is toxic. Where do you get off? I don't want to know, actually, Asmund. I do not want to know. But how do you justify talking shit on women when you can't even say gynocentric correctly? Like I have never meant it so much. This is somebody who could not find the clit with two hands and a fucking map and a YouTube tutorial. Okay, let's go. We're 36 seconds in, chat.
Order. I agree with him. I think that this is toxic female behavior, and it should be called out as such. If women get to have an app like this, then men get to have an app like this too, right? Where they can post like, okay, like what is this girl down for? What's she not down for? Does she have STDs?
Notice how his first examples are purely sexual. Like even in his, what's she down for? Is she not down for? Even in his horrible fantasy where he has dated enough women to talk to other men about the experience, it has nothing to do with like the emotional aspect of a relationship. You know, the most important part of a relationship. It has entirely to do with, what if guys want to know? Oh, what if guys want to know if what girl is down for and cold beer? And what if guy wants to know if what girl likes and if she has cold beer? Oh, this is exactly what I'm talking about. When I talk about how you can tell, like, you are not the demographic that needs to worry about this, Asmund. You're not, Zachary. Because all of your talking points already reveal how little of any experience you have with actual dating and relationships. That he's just parroting, again, these elaborate fantasies that they have to make up in their heads to justify hating women. And it's all just made up. They make it up to justify hating women so they can feel better about the fact that they can't get any women to actually date them. What if a girl is political? You mean, what if a woman has opinions? Is that what you're asking, Zachary? You're saying, what if a guy wants to know, like, what if a girl is political? Like, what if she has thoughts in her head? Like, what if she's not down for anything on a first date? Don't guys deserve to have app where cold beer?
Yeah, it's like, I mean, every car has mileage on it, right? But the moment that you apply it to a person, somehow this is the wrong thing.
Once again, I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry. Fucking call me bullseye because I don't fucking miss. We are a minute 13 in, and I have been vindicated that this just shows every reason why spaces like this are entirely necessary. The fact that he is talking about women who are concerned with their privacy, their personal safety, their emotional safety, that the women talking about this app, which I'm sure he has not looked into, are talking about how, yeah, this guy ghosted me after giving me an STD. Fucked up my whole shit. Fucked up my life. And he's like, well, yeah, but you got to think about, like, women as not people but cars. Like, you gotta think about, what if a woman was like a car, and people care if there's mileage on cars, but why don't we care when there's mileage on people? Damn, do you ever think about that? Yeah, gee, Zachary, I wonder why women would want to get away from men when men's first reaction to this shit is, yeah, but when you think about it, women aren't really people. They're more like cars, am I right?
Look at this. Anonymous advice. Should I date Ethan? My friend saw him out with another girl and then poll, don't date him. Now, I know this might be a massive shock, but the app was hacked. The T app has been hacked, and all user information was leaked. There was all fat, ugly, middle-aged women. So it's a bunch of fat, ugly, middle-aged women that hate men because obviously they're not 23 anymore, and so nobody's willing to put up with their bullshit. They make this app, and they...
So again, Asmund, I don't think you really want this to be your narrative around it, because if that is true, which it's not, but if it was, why is anybody worried about it? If it's just it's just a bunch of fat, ugly, middle-aged women, then why would anybody be worried about it? There are people all over the internet all the time getting mad about shit and spreading lies about dumbass stuff all over the place. Ask Zack Snyder fans. But the simple solution to that is, okay, just let them fucking talk. Let people say shit. If it's not true, you got nothing to worry about.
Massive fucking leak. Also, a bad thing. Ratio of women built like Blastoise requested, please. 5'4", 170 pounds is the American female average. Would love to see if some fall in that demographic. Hey, I don't know about Blastoise. I'm sure you've got a few Laprases and maybe a few Snorlaxes also. The average woman using this...
Bold fucking words, dude. You look like a Crypt Keeper's rejected abortion, dude. You look like a cut, unfinished Dark Souls boss. You look like a rejected prop from Cronenberg's The Fly that they had to cut because it was too gross.
App is sub-mid. What a shocker. You can't write parody. You can't write what is it? Satire better than...
If I can get meta for a moment here, I realize that essentially we are just watching content. And that in the eventual video of this, whoever is watching, you are indeed watching content of somebody watching content. But now, inside this simulacra we've constructed, we are watching somebody who cannot even remember the proper word for satire, who is the exact reason that something like this happened, completely unaware of that, say that this thing that happened because of people like him is beyond parody, which in and of itself is, you cannot, no, you are right. Like, I feel like he is speaking directly to me, watching him, with the knowledge that I am watching him, and that later somebody is watching this. And, chat, I am here to tell you, this, you could not write satire like this, because it's too fucking stupid, and there are too many layers.
Because if you've got some angry bitch that's sitting there on an app complaining, oh, no, you shouldn't date him, you shouldn't do that. Do you really want to marry that? Fuck no, you don't want to marry that. You've got enough problems in your life before you want to sign into something else.
And a new website came out called don'tdateemgirl.com.
Yep.
You guys back in the early 2000s, you were...
What do you twitchy, malformed, cosmic abortion, what the fuck do you know about it? Look at him fucking sitting there like the least interesting man in the world, just being like, yeah, no, yeah. He's, this is going to be the fucking thing. This is going to be the thing that he does that I fucking hate. This is why I hate watching and reacting to him. Because, watch, all right, chat. Look at me in the eye. Look at me right here. You and me, we're going to have a moment here. This is going to be the next couple minutes of this video. And if it is, I'm going to skip over it. He's going to be sitting here going, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's real. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's true. Chat. That's actually true. Yeah, chat. Twitching like the fucking Jake Gyllenhaal detective in Prisoners.
Yeah.
They can anonymously submit relationship stories about cheating partners.
Yep.
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
ABC News referred to don'tdateemgirl.com as a revenge site, and on the same day...
It's absolutely a revenge site. It is.
Explicit photos that their girlfriends would send them. Like, I'm actually not a fan of that. I know this might be surprising for you guys to hear, but I think revenge porn is bad. And the reason why is because it makes women less likely to send nudes.
I'm sorry, chat. I'm sitting with that one for a minute. I'm letting that wash over me. I think revenge porn is bad, because it makes girls less likely to send nudes.
Not against, like, obviously, yeah, you could say it's against it morally, right? Yeah, I guess you could. I guess I'm against it morally, but like, it's primarily that it functionally reduces the probability of it happening.
No, that's not the primary. No. See, the moral argument that it's wrong morally, that's the primary reason, buddy. That's the primary reason. But again, here we have found ourselves in the desert of shit that is not going to happen to you. So why are you so fucking worried about it?
What kind of nasty ass shit is it? Who does this? Like, really? And again, it's all just a bunch of fat, ugly, middle-aged women sitting around here complaining about guys that don't want to give them a call back. That's it. Is loser-ass hoes getting mad?
I'm going to be so for real, Zach. I don't think you could be talking like that, white baby. Like, when was the last time your pallid visage, your grave ghoul face was touched by sunlight? Like, I don't think you can't be talking like that, white baby. You can't.
It's embarrassing, bro. Like, it's actually, like, imagine going on this site, imagine downloading this app, scanning in your driver's license in your face so you can complain about your Tinder date. I would be wouldn't you be embarrassed to do that? Where's your self-respect?
Asmongold asking women who want to keep in contact about dangerous men who have hurt derailed their lives. As we saw, one of the accounts was talking about somebody who had given her an STD and ghosted her. Just lied to her user for sex and ghosted. But no. Asmund thinks that Mr. Dead Rat Alarm Clock, who has had cockroaches on him while streaming, Asmongold, who probably has enough fucking dead animals in his house right now to fill up a taxidermy convention, and he wants to talk to others about having self-respect? Huh?
We've got the story from Business Insider. Ladies and gentlemen, check it out. T app that lets women post anonymous dating reviews was hit by a data breach that exposed 72,000.
Already, you have 4 unfuckable, basic-ass white dudes. A man who wears his signature look is a beanie.
So maybe you guys have seen It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where Dennis finds out there's this app where women rate men, and he's got like a really low.
I love Tim Pool is such a specific type of guy. Tim Pool is the type of guy at a bar who he doesn't have like jokes himself. Like he doesn't have like things that like, oh hey, you like raunchy jokes that his dad told him, like nothing like that. What he does, and if you've been out in the nightlife, you've talked to people or you've been hit on, especially by cis men, you will know this type of guy. And it's the guy that regurgitates movie scenes to you because something reminded him of it and he thought it was funny. And what I mean is, again, follow me here, you'll know what I'm talking about, where it is the type of guy who will ask you, like, hey, have you seen this movie? And you'll go, no. And he'll go, okay, so what happens is, and take 10 minutes to explain the entirety of a scene, and the punchline where he will, fucking 70-30 chance he will laugh at the punchline. That is not even a punchline. It's just explaining the scene of what happened in a movie. And then he will talk about it as if it is a joke. Like he is just a regurgitation factory for consumed pop culture and nothing more, which is kind of funny.
Thoroughly enjoyed when I saw the pictures of all the women that were on T, because they were exactly what you would think. They were all incredibly unattractive.
I was going to say, give us broad strokes here.
Just terrible looking.
Artificial hair color?
Some of that.
Piercings in
mostly bad skin and had never seen the inside of a gym, don't exercise.
If of the thousands of people who were leaked, none of them are attractive, then it should be, according to you guys, no big loss, then whatever. But it's not. Like they are, this is just fucking cope.
And so the funny thing about this app is I'm sitting here thinking like, yo, if some woman dates a guy and then he's like, I ain't dating her, and he ghosts her, so then she gives him a bad review. If you go on the T app, ladies, my advice to you is you want the guys with bad reviews. Because these are the guys who didn't string along and were not interested in the women, right?
They see all of this interaction with the entirety of almost half of the human race as a zero-sum game. They see it as, oh, this is only because, like, this guy didn't want to date this dumb blue-haired feminist. When the stories that women are telling are not only deeply affecting, but deeply disturbing and fucked up in how their lives have been derailed by assholes who are just like, yeah, I'm just going to give you STDs and fucking dip. And here is Dim Tool, fucking fourth bitchless wonder of the world, apparently, talking about like, no, women, what you actually want is a guy who gets bad reviews, because that's actually like a quality dude. Right, bro? Yeah, hypnotic genes. That kind of logic can get someone killed. Here's the thing. You're right, and the very fact that you're right is exactly why the app was needed in the fucking first place. It's just an Ouroboros of...
This app is definitely not about how people are treated. It's
No, this is
all
this
about
is a gossip circle
Yeah.
that is being done in cyberspace.
it's all
because
about
these
how those
women don't
women
have
felt.
real friends. If they had real friends, you wouldn't be on the T app.
If they had real friend, what kind of fucking logic is okay? So again, you can't write satire or parody like this. Like this is it's too much for parody. If this is a digital gossip circle, what the fuck do you call Kiwi Farms and all of these bitchless dickheads doxing and harassing all of these women who did nothing but try to have a little bit of solidarity with other women? What do you call that? Is that not gossiping? Is a bunch of you guys sitting around being like, yeah, it was all fucking, they haven't seen the inside of a gym, bro. Oh, cold beer. Oh, cookie. That's just those beard dudes and women can't, if they had real friends, they wouldn't be saying online stuff.
There's a lot of misplaced like maternal energy in this. Sometimes you see it too out there in the world where it's like, that thing that you're doing that you are so passionate about, I really wish you were doing it for your child because that's what you're trying to do.
What?
We're a man-only space in here, so I feel very comfortable saying that. But like, that actually is a woman-loving position.
Okay, I don't know who this dickhead is, but that's so fucking funny to me. That's so fucking funny to me. We're a man-only space, so I feel safe to say this. So, cause guys, can I wave in my truth? And I like this is a man-only space, so I need you to all support, understand what I'm gonna say. But sometimes I think that women are kind of mean, and I think that women should just be focusing on only raising babies and having families. And I feel that this is a man-only safe, so that's actually okay to say here. Literally denigrating the women who are trying to create a safe space for themselves to talk about shitheads like this. And not only is he dehumanizing them, saying that like, yeah, I kind of wish like dames, come on, you should be fucking out here having hobbies and shit. You need to be, all right, hey, get that fucking caboose in the kitchen. Come on, hey, yo. Like, he wants to sit here and try to be this man's man while also having to be like, yeah, I feel this is actually a safe space for me. But no, women can't have that to talk about dudes who have beaten them, made them feel uncomfortable, passed them STDs, stalked them. But no, you can have that to be here and be like, yeah, no, actually, women shouldn't fucking, they should, like, women, what are you doing? You need to have fucking, no hobbies. Your hobbies should be fucking, yo, those pronouns should be, raise/babies. Am I right?
I see a lot of women out there, and I'm like, God, I just wish you had the thing that you want.
It's a very good insight. That is a very good insight.
And I
was coming from a place of like,
so I want to.
Them just sitting around in a fucking friendship circle, or just sitting around in their fucking circle making friendship bracelets for one another, and they're sitting and being like, you know, hey, guys, so you know the problem with women. What the problem with women is that they don't get it. Actually, they don't get how hard it is to like be a man, and they just have their dumb bullshit, and like they think it's like cool to like gang up and be mean and like tattletale on us, and all the other guys are like, yeah, that's good. Oh damn, thank you, that's a really good insight. Snaps all around, bro. Look at my fucking men going their own way, dog. Look at my fucking misogynist, dog. Like, what are we fucking doing? This is how a lot of the shit is legitimized, and it is legitimately noxious to hear these grown-ass men talking this way about about people in general, about like this just fucking patronizing, infantilizing, like, nah, you, a grown-ass person with their own life and experiences, you can't like, I know a man what works in a studio that has skateboards and is run by a fucking bridge troll who won't take off a beanie. Nobody knows what he has under there. We tried asking around. Somebody got fired by HR because they said it violated him somehow. They tried to take off the beanie. HR got him. You're going to sit there and be like, I'll watch a little bit more of this one. A little bit more of this one.
It is in no way derogatory or disrespectful to women to say they love babies. It is magic. But feminists get offended at the notion that men are like, you love babies. And like, shut up.
I've been talking about.
No, see, this is actually, God, thank you for saying this, Tim. Thank you for this fucking pointless, humble bragging dipshit story. Because this is a perfect illustration of how they completely misconstrue what people are actually mad about. See, feminists aren't mad at you saying women like babies. A lot of people like babies. A lot of people like puppies. It's not a gendered thing. What they're mad about is you and your dipshit co-host saying women need to these women are so sad, but they're putting their energy towards non-baby stuff when they need to be making babies, bro. Fucking up high. Snaps all around. You want hey, you want me to grab you some more macchiato from the lounge that we have here in Tim's fucking skate park compound? Yeah, a lot of feminists are stay-at-home moms. Yeah, like I know a lot of people who call themselves feminists. I don't know a single fucking feminist who would say, it's actually sexist to say women hate babies, you misogynist pig. What they'll say is, he's saying that women are unhappy because their only purpose in life is babies, basically. Fuck this guy. What the fuck? That's misogynist. And they'd be completely vindicated in that. They'd be absolutely right.
He's super cute. He has absolutely no boundaries. He'll walk up to the prettiest women in like at a park or like at a restaurant. He'll start talking to them. He'll touch their legs. He'll just hang out there. Like he'll sit on a bench next to them and put his hand on their thigh.
Wingman.
It's unbelievable. And then then my buddy Uncle Carl could run up and be like, "Hey, what's up, little buddy? Like, what are you doing?"
I'm so sorry.
Is this your son? No, this is my buddy's son.
Babysitting. I'm so sorry.
I'm just being a good uncle. Here I am.
Seen that
I
movie.
also love kids.
I can't wait to have one of my own.
It's called Big Daddy. It is a reason why they made rom-coms out of it, because kids are, especially very young, like probably 5 and under. Yeah, women fixate on this thing for a reason. It's like almost like they're programmed for that sort of thing.
The whole feminist movement killed women.
I'm sorry. I don't miss. I just don't. I don't really, I think, get how awful this really is. Like what he's saying is that he is okay using his child. No, not even him. His friend using his child to hit on women. And they see the fact that 4 men are sitting around being like, yeah, no, you could use babies to hit on women. I don't know why women are so fucking uptight about being manipulated and lied to by men when you can use babies to hit on them. Like, fucking these dumb broads don't even know what's what. Every video we've seen on this just shows exactly why. There is a quote-unquote male loneliness epidemic. There's not a male loneliness epidemic. Every nice guy, actually legitimately, not like, oh, I'm a nice guy, why don't I get a girl? Every genuinely nice guy, they're not lonely. They have healthy relationships. I have plenty of friends who have healthy relationships. You know why? Because unlike these troglodytes, they're not emotionally immature, stunted man children who get all of their opinions on who and what women are like before they even meet any of them. from these other online man children who are just they're so bitter that they're not like fucking chads and they're just fucking Corporate carrots, you know what? That's a good way to put it. There is a male no social skills epidemic. That's what men should really be talking about.